We have a public hearing adjourned from January 16, 2019. Consider a local law amending Chapter 255 of the zoning law of the Village of Spring Valley Code to allow special permits to be heard by the planning board and determining such action to be a type 2 action under SEQA. The public hearing was closed on January 16th.
You're just here to vote on it.
We're just here to vote. Is everybody ready to vote or not ready to vote?
Excuse me, Counsel, could you please explain this to me, please?
Yes. So I think that the board voted on something similar to this a couple of months ago about the floodplain special permits being heard at the planning board level as opposed to being heard at the village board level. So there was some discussion about whether or not other special permits should be heard by the planning board as opposed to this board. I have no horse in this race, but the arguments one way or the other is that in one way, the applicants wouldn't have to go to 3 boards to get their applications approved, and the planning board may be in a better position to opine on certain things of the land use nature than this board might be. So in other words, so some of these public hearings that you're setting for this evening, instead of being heard by this board, would be heard at the planning board level. So we'd be making that change to the code.
I just want to say that I think it should, we're a very powerful board, though it seemed. I think we should, as a board, continue to oversee this procedure because like some of the residents have mentioned earlier, with all these buildings that are going on, all these construction that are going on, I'd like to know that I have an input and a final say-so in this setting here.
I moved it. Did anybody second it?
So let me.
Trustee Francois
I'll second
is
it.
attorney too.
I'll second it.
Seconded for the
All
purpose
right,
of
now
discussion.
it's moved and seconded. Now we're into for the purpose of discussion. And is there anything, Trustee Francois, you would like to
Yes,
say
I wanna-
other than what you have already said?
Yeah, because, well, when we get to a certain, when we get to item 8, I want to talk about it because of item 8, specifically what I've witnessed through going around the village today. I want to know that this board has an influence in making sure that, I want the public to be a part of coming to this board, to hear on these public hearings. I don't want us to pretty much be like in a loop of hearing for things. We should be able to help in making such a decision as that, because there's too much construction going on, and I want to know that somebody is gonna come here and get the permit from us, because I have no idea, because let's say that we said no to someone to get a permit, or the other board said no, and somehow the work is still happening. We don't know that. We don't know if the work is still going on. And as far as I'm concerned, there might have been, this week, there might have been some issues with 3 different properties being built where they didn't get the proper permit, but somehow the work is still being worked on. I want to make sure that this board is involved in this process.
Is there anyone else who'd like to speak on the topic? If nobody else would like to speak on the topic, I'm going to move the question. All in favor of this, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Anyone else in favor? All opposed, please signify by saying nay.
Nay.
I'm going to say no.
Nay.
The matter is defeated.
Thank you.
Cooperation.
I would abstain.
But let me say, I do want to explain why I'm saying no. I believe this board is just as competent to do the job in regards to special permits. Just like a planning or zoning board, we do have the knowledge, and some of us have the expertise to take a look at the backup that's given to us before we come before the public and the residents of the village. I absolutely would not agree with taking that away from us. Special permits are, the reason why people have to come for special permits is because maybe their units are more than what's, that they can have that for that particular property. So them coming to us for special permits, I really truly believe that that is needed. We need to oversee that as this board, and again, I would absolutely not support us as a board not being able to be the lead on special permits.
Again, unanimous defeated. Let's go on to number 6.